Hey everybody, it's Mike here again. Just wanted to come and share an experience I had with you guys the other day and the things that I keep to help myself in those type of situations. So I was coming in from taking some stuff out of the truck and I seen that a nail in the tire, and it made me start to think of preparedness and what you should have in your vehicle and how people nowadays can't even really help themselves when situations like that happen or don't even know how, maybe, and it's kind of scary to think like that. And so I figured, for all the people that don't know, maybe I can help somebody out by showing them what I keep in mind. So got a couple things over here, I'll go over them with you. I got this tote that I got from Home Depot as well. Got a bunch of stuff in there. Now, I picked this tote. I'm going to angle the camera back this way. It'll probably be better in the long run. But I picked this tote because it has locking points on both sides. So there's a lock over there as well. It has a waterproof gasket. Let me get these locks off. Has a waterproof gasket all the way around the inside of there. These latch in place on the box. There's locking clips, 2 on each side and then 1 on each end, so 6 clips altogether to hold that seal down pretty good. And I have a F-150 pickup truck, and I keep this in the bed of my truck, but I have a tonneau cover on the back, so it is locked. It's not accessible. It's a hard tonneau cover, and you can't get to it while the vehicle is locked. So I feel pretty good about it. But I'm just going to go through what I have in this box here and just show you guys. I got a nice dead blow hammer made by Trusty Cook inside of here. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a shot inside here to help beat some things off, or if you get a flat tire and it's seized up and you got to beat that off of there. I have PWZs by Snap-on. These are probably some of the best pliers for almost anything. Now, they are big, they're not small, but I keep these in there for that reason, just in case there's anything big or extreme. And basically the idea is to put leverage down, and these teeth right here are made out of hardened steel, and as you can adjust there, push this in, it slides up. Harbor Freight has a knockoff version of these that they started selling, and they're not just as good, but they are good for the money. These are like $100. Harbor Freight has them for like 20 or 30, and I mean, most people, that's what I would get. Me, I work on cars for a living, so I just have the Snap-on version. But these are extra pair. I have 2 more sets in my toolbox. That's how much I like these things. But they're so strong that I've clamped down on a metal pipe, and I'm 6'2", 300 pounds, and it literally held my weight. And I mean, they're incredible. They work great. So I got some Harbor Freight zip ties, the extra long ones, nice and thick. I got a kneeling mat. As you get older, your knees hurt more, man. What can I say? You might need it. I keep this in there. If my vehicle breaks down or some crazy situation happens. Where the hell is the zipper on this thing? I think, and even if it's not a situation like that, just to help friends and family, just to, if you see somebody lock their keys in their car or whatever the case may be. This is a lockout kit from Amazon. It has some wedges and shims. It has a piece here to pull. It's flexible. Pop the locks. This piece goes right over top of to lift up the lock on the door. And there's the attachments there. Got your classic Slim Jim in there. These don't work on a lot of modern cars, but some cars they still do. Got some other tools and pieces here with the different extensions. Anyways, it's a lockout kit. I have an airbag somewhere. It's not in here right now, which is exactly why I decided to go through all this stuff and see what is where it's supposed to be and what is not. So it's good to every once in a while, you know, I'd say every 4 or 5 months, just go through your stuff, see what you got, and see what you need to put back, you know? And that's another thing. Try to always put the stuff back. I know it's a little inconvenient sometimes, and you know, you might not always remember. But if you're taking stuff out of these kits, when you really do need it, it's good to have, and it's good to make sure you put everything back. That's the brand there. Like I said, I just got this off of Amazon. I keep this tarp. I had one. I opened it, got dirty, so I bought a brand new one, Harbor Freight. It was like $6, dude. And it's 7 feet by 9 feet. This thing does the job. Alright? Can't go wrong with it. Keep a couple pairs of gloves in here. These are old, tattered. They've been through hell and back, but they still work, so they're in here. They're an extra pair. This is the better pair. Mechanics, bought these on Amazon. They're about $20. Get them on sale, they get them even cheaper. I keep some bungee cords. These ones I've never had to use yet. I bought new ones just to put in this kit. And I use ratchet straps for a lot of things you'll see in a second. My ratchet straps, just to keep them organized, I usually roll them up and zip tie them. Just to keep them from going all over the place. I keep a couple of them. These DeWalt ones I just picked up about 3 or 4 weeks ago from Home Depot. I actually like them. They're pretty good. The other ones I got from Lowe's, the orange ones. There's the other DeWalt one. These are made by Night Eyes, and it's just a good strap to hold things down. It works almost like a belt buckle does, and there's the serrated edges. I got this at Home Depot for like $20. It was a set of 2. I have both of them in here, but this is a 16-foot strap, and I think it holds up to 500 pounds, so it's a good little bit of kit to have. Here's some of the bungee cords I was talking about. Keep them in there as well. I keep a couple of these contractor bags, different thicknesses, different sizes, but they're all basically roughly 55-gallon drum liners is what they are. I keep this fire extinguisher. I got a 3-pack off of Amazon. It's for vehicles, home, electrical. It can put out like lithium-ion battery fires and stuff. Like, this is a pretty decent fire extinguisher. I have tried it. It does work. This is one of the ones that I did not try. It does come with mounting brackets, so if you did want to mount this on something, there are screws that come with it as well. So sorry about that. So you can just mount it up to something, but I've chosen not to. I don't want to ditch this bracket because I'm not too familiar with how good this clip is, and it kind of helps keep everything. It doesn't take up much more space, so I figured what the hell. I keep a bottle jack. I'm not going to set this on the glass table, but this is an 8-ton bottle jack, heavy duty. I got this on sale for $20. Can't really argue with that. We'll put that guy down there. You can still kind of see it through the table right there. These are the pieces that pump the jack up. Put them down there out of the way. I have a couple packs of these. Are made by... who the hell makes these? Let me see if I can find the rest of them. I don't know. They're somewhere in here. But they're just... it's a little ratcheting tie down. You clip that end onto something. And you pull as much rope as you need through it. Clip this other end on it. This little sprocket and gear holds it in place. You lift that up, rope slides, and same thing. Right, once it's on there, you can't pull doesn't go anywhere. It's just good to have some gear to tie things down. Here's the rest of the ratchet straps. This is a little overkill, but I don't really care. They're just in the bed of my truck, and I use them very often, so I got a decent pile of them in there. I keep a brand new pack of paracord in here. It's 13 core, 1,000 pound, not the 550 pound. This is 1,000 pound. Usually the 550 is 7 core strands. This is 13. That's the brand. I got it on Amazon. I checked it and tested it. It does hold what it says it will. I got some of these Orion emergency road flares. It's a 3-pack. Has some instructions on how to use them there. But you see the flares in there. They're not opened. I'm not going to open them. Everybody, I mean, you can see right there what they are. But I keep 2 packs of those guys. This bag, I guess, let's see. I'll take out a couple more things and then we'll switch it up and I'll put the rest over here. Yeah, let's do that. So, I thought these were pretty cool. Made by a company called Power Grip. And they're bolt cutters, obviously. But they're nice and compact. And they fold down. And they lock into place. Like that. So, once you have them locked, they're pretty stiff, man. They're nice and solid. But keep these in the truck. They are very handy sometimes. I keep this Rhino USA shovel. Another Amazon purchase. But it's a collapsible shovel. I had another one that I used, but it broke, so I picked this guy up. It's pretty good quality. This screws down right here and holds everything in place. It's pretty stiff. It has the pick on the back. It's not tightened all the way down, but I don't really want to do it anyways. But it folds up nice and makes it nice and compact. Good to have. Here's that other clip I was talking about for the night eyes, the other strap. I mean, this is a lot of stuff right here, and it fits in this tote pretty good. I got a pack of zip ties, smaller ones. The first ones were, I think, 24-inch. These are 11-inch, but they are open. I have used them, but you can never have enough of those. This is another 100 feet of paracord, but it is reflective paracord. And it's really bright colored reflective cord. So all the silvery colors you see right there all through it reflect off of light. So it makes it nice and visible, especially when it's dark out. If you gotta tie something up or be seen. Need the rope to be seen, that is. This nice little magnetic light. The bottom of this is magnetic. Sticks right onto stuff. That shovel is really heavy, but a couple different light modes. I think it dims 3 times. 1, super bright, medium, low. What I like about this is it's magnetic, but it also takes these Ryobi USB-C lithium batteries, and that has a battery indicator on it. You push that and it'll tell you. It goes green, orange, red. This one's fully charged, but it makes it waterproof with this gasket on here and inside of this cap. So when you screw that on, this light is good to have out. And this thing's super bright, man, honestly. And I think I paid 29 bucks for it. It came with the charging cable, the light, and the battery. And you can buy spares, which I have a lot of those little 3 amp hour batteries, which is why I threw this one in the car. I have another one fits also inside the cab of my car, but I don't have it for this video. These guys, I know it's a little redundant, but sometimes I might pull a trailer or have extra stuff in the vehicle or on the vehicle, so I need to have all these different ties. And plus, I just kind of put this kit together, and I got so much stuff everywhere else, man, that like it just doesn't end. So, I mean, I just figured I would designate this stuff all to one spot. And then I'll keep this bag out because that bag also lives in the truck. But I'll show you what's in here. This is a pair of pliers. This is recovery gear in this bag. Give me 1 second. I'm going to throw all this in here and I'll be right back. Alright, much better. So, inside this bag, I have a 50,000 pound recovery rope. I'm not going to take it all out of here. Let's see if I can get to it. Yep. Okay, some soft shackles. They hold 55,000 pounds also. A couple metal D-shackles in here also. It is a kinetic recovery rope, so it's done off the jerking motion of this rope with these shackles. Just want to make sure you don't put them on anything sharp. Make sure that, you know, nothing really gets in the way. These are out of place. They're not in the right spot right now. But this just untwists. That comes out. You put your rope through there, slide this onto whatever, screw it back in, and away you go. But I got, I think, 4 shackles in here. I got green and orange, just so that way I don't forget any of this stuff anywhere. I have had to use this 3 times since I bought it about 5 months ago, and I'm pretty happy that I did have it, and so were the people that I helped. So I'd say it was a good, worthwhile investment. Now, this bag, I use this whenever I get a nail or a flat or anything like that. And this side right here, I keep some Gorilla Tape, just this 1-inch roll. A million uses for that stuff. Over here, got some hand sanitizer just to have for when everything's all said and done. Got a box of gloves somewhere. I don't know where the heck they are right now. But inside this, I got my Petzl headlamp. That guy's pretty bright. Sorry for blinding you. But I'll get the job done, that's for sure. It is rechargeable. It does have multiple light settings. This back pops off. I'm not going to do all that, but I mean, I guess I can. But either way, there's a rechargeable battery back there. Unfortunately, it's not USB-C. It is the older Android style charger, but this is all waterproof back here, and it does keep out moisture, and it does charge fairly easily and quickly. I keep that guy in here just so I know where it's at. I have a couple Petzl lights, but this is my rechargeable good one. Or I have 2 of the rechargeable ones, 1 of the regular ones, but they all take regular batteries. But out in the front here, I got some tire plugs. That's one of the ones that I used before. Same thing here. I've had to use them a couple times. Keep some plugs. This is some lube to help everything slide in there good. You just plug up the tire after you thread the plug through here and dip it into the lube. First, after you get the nail out, you ream the hole with this. And this is abrasive, so you can see all the rubber that's in there from the last time that I used it. And after you have that through here, dip it into there, pull this out of the hole that you cleaned up, shove that guy down in there, and then yank it all out in one quick motion. Plugs up your tire. So I just got some extra patches in there. This is a valve core tool. I have an extra stem just in case I break this one, if I lean on it the wrong way or whatever. Anyways, I guess I can throw this all back in here real quick. Less to clean up later, right? This part of the bag. Never know when you'll need this stuff, but got a good pair of vice grips. I keep my wear screwdriver in here. This has bits along the back there. This part extends, so you can also hold this and spin if you need to have a grip on there. This bit can't come out unless you push up on here and then pull it out. Otherwise, that locks it in place so you don't lose it. That guy goes back in there. This kit just keeps it dry. I got some screws in here from my Essie Azula knife. Whenever I switched setups with that, I just tucked them away in here. I got a small pair of Nip-X pliers. Big pair of Nip-X pliers. A little bigger. They're not that big. They're like regular. Got the snap-on. Oh no, these aren't my Icon ones, but LN47 ACFs is what the snap-on number is for this. But Icon Harbor Freight made a knockoff of them, and instead of throwing my $60 pliers in here, $70 pliers, depending on where you get them, when I already have all that other stuff, I figured try to mitigate the cost a little bit, and I threw these knockoff Icon ones in here. But they work just as good, and I don't know who ripped off who at this point. You never know the truth. Just some paracord that I've already used, and burn off the end so that way the inner strands don't get messy every time you cut a piece. Make sure you remember to do that. I got a Mora knife. This one's a new one. WD-40 pen, tire pressure gauge, snap-on light. It comes out the front and out the side. It needs charged, so I'll leave this guy out to make sure I remember to do that. These are some fire starters. You'll see why I have that in there in a minute. Sorry, this video is getting long and I still have a long way to go. Let's try and speed this up a little bit. Throw this out of the way. I keep this guy in there. Inside here, I got a Sunto compass, fire steel, some markers, some fire stuff. I got a Write in the Rain notebook. Just a regular blank notebook back here. I don't know what's on that paper. Something I wrote down that was important. Some Write in the Rain pencils, pens. Here's the pencil just in case a lot of people haven't seen these, but they're really thick lead, like 1.3 millimeter. Good to have for this little kit. A couple of them, a zebra pen because I like them, permanent markers, Sunto compass. This stays up front with me. I got my Milwaukee impact gun, rubber boot just to keep it covered up. I keep this flashlight in the truck. Milwaukee light. This is in the cabin. All the other stuff was in the bed. And from here on out, everything I show you is going to be stuff I keep locked in the cabin of the vehicle. A couple Mountain House meals. Breakfast, just in case I got to stay overnight somewhere. This is made by a company called Aries. It is extension for the impact. These are sockets, but they have the half size. 19.5 and 19, 18, 19, 21, 22, and sometimes lug nuts get swollen, you can't get them all off. This just goes right into here, clicks right into place. If you need the other size, flip it over. I highly recommend somebody get this kit. If you don't have that set up already, you will absolutely love it. I've used it hundreds of times. It's always worked. Good first aid kit. I have a video of this on my channel for a review if you guys are interested. I keep my Milwaukee inflator. You just pop this guy on, set your pressure, 11 psi. It turns on, away you go. Quick adapter handle back here. I added this, it doesn't come with it, but it just clips right onto the back of your car tire and pump right up. So that's nice to have. Get you out of any situation. Give me 1 second to grab the rest of the stuff. Alright, I keep this in there. Also, this is just the extra tool set that I have, made by Wera. Has some sockets, ratchet, a couple extensions, a couple different bits. This stays in the truck with me. This was a very expensive kit, but it's worked every time I've needed it to. I keep my Noco GBX 155. I have a GBX 150 that I keep at the house, and then the 155 I keep in the car. Just turn it right on, pop those positive, negative, start your car, you're good to go. Here's the new box of gloves. These are like the ones that I have, but I have an open box. I think I might have left it in the back seat, honestly. But underneath my truck, I have like, when the seats flip up, there's this big storage container that's underneath there, and that's where all this other stuff lives. And the compressor and flashlight and stuff live behind the seat of my truck. You wouldn't know that it was there if you looked in. It's hard to even tell. I have anything in there, let alone all of this other stuff. I keep this little pot and pan kit. Nothing crazy. I think this was like 15 bucks. I actually bought this one on Temu, believe it or not. I've never used it yet, but I have used the stove, and it works good. This folds right out. Ow. That goes on top of there to support it. I'm not going to clip it in place, but you get the idea. And it all packs away. This is a fork, knife, and spoon inside of here. That packs up. I keep this Beebury multi-tool. I have a review of this on the channel already. That's great to have. Some hot hands. Keep a pack of them in there. Keep a solar panel. This is Elecom Nest Out. Folds right up inside of here. Portable power bank. I think it's charged up. Yep, all charged up. USB adapters here. Store your cords in your devices. Waterproof, weatherproof zipper. This unfolds into a decently sized solar panel. There's a kickstand on the back to hold it up. Puts out 28 watts of power. I love this thing. I've used it many times already. It's worked great every time. I keep this little bottle in my back seat. It's a just an Nalgene. Inside here I have some drink mixes, liquid IV. I have a Sawyer water filter straw, the syringe to clean it out, the tips and tricks for it, aqua tabs, you know, there's the Sawyer filter. Just everything that you could need. It all fits right down inside this bottle. So I keep this in there for water. Also, here's the stove. This is made by Camping Moon. It's an Amazon brand again. It's not an Amazon brand, but it was purchased on Amazon. It's a very nice stove. Goes along with this kit that I got right here. I keep this set of string lights. You just, it has the battery life on there, and these rope lights just come out. I just have them in there just in case I'm ever without power or something happens. I'm camping for the night. They work really good, and they wind right back up. Super nice. I think there's like 35 or 40 feet in here or something. Different light modes. They blink, they steady on, blink, that, and then off. Anyways, that's in there. Extra thing of fuel. Keep a wool hat. Couple bandanas. That one. This is a big microfiber towel. It dries really quick, but it absorbs a lot of moisture. I keep this emergency food from 4 Patriots, these lemon bars. In case you guys are wondering, I have this one that I keep in the bed of my truck, and I'm pulling all this other crap. I just emptied everything out of my car right into this bin and brought it all inside. I got an emergency candle, another light. It's super dirty, nasty light, but a light nonetheless. Got another adventure meal from Mountain House in there. Pepper spray, police magnum. I keep that OC spray in there. A couple pocket knives. This is a little kit with valve stems and stuff. Belongs in this bag. I'm actually going to put it back over here. Just happened to be how it went with me throwing everything out of there. Keep a tape measure. A couple knife sharpeners in here. These are pretty cool. They're made by Sharpall or Sharpal, however you want to say that name, right there. And inside of here is the knife sharpeners. That's a thumb hole, and you just sharpen them over your hand. Got extra Milwaukee battery, fully charged, some baby wipes, this little wear a bit kit, Tool Check Plus. I usually keep this up front with me just so it's easy to get to. Pack of fire plugs, some extra bulbs for the truck. There's one that I already used. Keep a tourniquet from Rhino Rescue. This one works real good. Here's the rest of those things I was looking for. The rest of those tie downs. It's like a 3 or 4 pack of them or whatever. Some drill bits. I just had these in there. I don't normally keep these in there, but they just happen to be. This is a light. I'll show you this over here. This light. Just in case my light dies, I like to have this one because, yes, I have a way to charge it with the solar panel, but this light in particular clips right onto here, onto my power bank, and then I can turn it on with this dial and adjust the brightness, and it's just super convenient to have it. They work together. It's all Elecom, E-L-E-C-O-M, Nestout, N-E-S-T O-U-T. There's the brand right there, Nestout. But they all work together. And I got a little hammock. I got this from Harbor Freight. This was about 15 bucks. Nothing crazy, but nice to have. This is made at Harbor Freight again by Quinn. It is a torque adapter, so whenever I'm tightening down my lug nuts, I have a breaker bar in the truck that goes with this, and it just basically tells you like the foot-pounds, and it's C0 foot-pounds. When you tighten it, it'll go off to whatever you have it preset to. But that's in there. And then one last thing I have, which I think is super duper cool, this portable kettle, right? If I am in a hurry and need hot water and all is good and my vehicle is still working, I use this guy. So this is a car kettle. You open this up. You can put coffee, tea, whatever up in here. Down inside here is the plug. And where the hell is it plugging at? Right here. Plugs right into the side. Goes right through the cigarette lighter. You fill this up with water. Plug it in. Turn it on. This heats up. You can go up or down with the temperature setting. Whether you need to make some water for some tea or for the Mountain House or whatever you need hot water for, this guy comes in handy. 30 bucks, I think, on Amazon. Little pour spout. This is waterproof and leak resistant is what I meant to say. Not waterproof. Duh. It's not waterproof, but it's made, I don't know what brand this is actually. I'm not sure, but if you just look it up on Amazon, there's a million of them. I just picked one. Hope for the best. And that is pretty much it. I think I have, oh, this is the last little bit right here. So, in case I need to clear any brush or anything, I do have this Cold Steel Trail Boss hatchet. Keep that behind the back seat. I have my Silky Nada chopper, and in case I gotta saw anything, I keep my Silky Big Boy Outback Edition saw. So I understand that this is overkill, right? It's a lot of freaking money in gear just by itself, and to just keep this in my truck, it bothers me. But I have cameras everywhere. I keep my vehicle for the most part. I don't go anywhere that I feel like would be gone too long, or, I mean, I get it. Everybody can have things happen to them. I'm not claiming that I'm immune to theft, but all of this stuff is replaceable, and my life isn't. So my kids' lives aren't. My family's lives aren't. So I didn't go buy this overnight. It took me a long time, like 2 years to probably, at least, yeah, I'd say about 2 years to get all this stuff together and pack it all up, buying it piece by piece. You know, if I had a good paycheck, I'd maybe buy both of these things, or you buy a stove and the fuel and the pots, you know, spend $60. But stuff like this was $130 by itself. That jump box was like $300. This saw was like $100. Like, it doesn't happen overnight, guys, and I get that. And I don't expect anybody to. And I'm just a regular dude. Like, I just work a regular job, and I save money when I can. I buy things on deals and discounts and look for the best deal. And you constantly got to be on the lookout, and you'll save yourself some money. I mean, retail, this is probably a couple grand. Did I pay that for it? No, absolutely not, because I couldn't afford that even if I wanted to. But it is possible, and that about sums it up. This isn't included. This is a case of MREs, which they are on sale. Real MREs are on sale on Amazon right now for $35 for a case of 12. Unheard of prices, and I would highly recommend you guys jump on that if you have any interest. But I got a couple cases. I got one there, one over there. There's 2 more up there. I've just been buying them because they've been on sale, and I figured, what the hell, why not? But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and if you made it this long, I appreciate it. I'm sorry, I'm not some professional YouTube content creator, and, you know, editing all these videos is not my forte. I can fix pretty much anything that breaks electronics. I'm not the guy, so sorry. I mean, I know my limits, but I do the best I can with what I got. This is just on my cell phone with a tripod and a little bit of ambition, you know. I think that everybody is capable of doing this. I think that this is reachable for most everyday folks if they try, and they don't make excuses, right? Like, I could have made excuses about, oh, I can't do this, or I can't do that, or I can't start prepping, or how can you afford that? I'm not one of these big channels with sponsors and gets all this stuff for free. Everything that you see in all of these videos, all of this stuff, all of this gear, I mean, I got a whole nother thing over there. You can probably just barely see it. Plus another room behind this room. Underneath my bed's full. Like, there's just shit everywhere. And did I get it all overnight? No. I bought it piece by piece by piece. You know, if I had $5, I spent $5. If I had $500, I spent $500. You know, not going broke, but I'm talking about extra money. And I made it a priority, and I put myself and my family first. And did I have to skip out on a lot of wants and, you know, adventures and vacations and, things that I would have otherwise have spent the money on? Probably. But at the end of the day, I still have done those things, just maybe not as often. And then I know when I come back home, we're fine and we're taken care of. And I think that's more important than going to the beach for a couple of days. I mean, you don't go on that one trip one time. You could have most of this stuff that I showed you in the video here today. It's not cheap anymore. And I'm not saying not to enjoy your time, and I'm not saying to not splurge on yourself and be happy, but for me, this makes me happy. All this stuff, it makes me happy because I feel secure and I feel safe, and I feel like I'm able to take care of my family and provide for them. So it is a little much. I have things the way that I do right now because I've been focused on redoing a different room and rearranging things. I'm hoping to get a better setup going here soon. But I appreciate you guys watching. This video's going on long enough. Like, comment, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Let me know what you want to see next. And I'll see you on the next one.